Hello everybody! Welcome to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I am watching My Dress Up Darling Season 2. I held a poll for what anime. Over 250 of you voted on this poll, and My Dress Up Darling won unanimously. Which, great. I really wanted to watch it, so I'm glad that it won. Of course, all the other shows I also really wanted to watch. This is the reality of being a big anime fan, but also having a life. I can't react to all of them. But My Dress Up Darling Season 1 was a great little show, like, very cute. A romance that felt, like, very realistic, having a growing relationship about this shared passion. And really, like, respecting each other. Also, quite a bit a part of this show is the sexiness of cosplay, as just, it's kind of hard to avoid. So yeah, I am excited to be back with Gojo and Marin as we see how their relationship continues, and we get to see all the cosplay that awaits us. So if you guys are excited for my reactions to My Dress Up Darling, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single My Dress Up Darling episode going forward. All that being said, let's get into this episode. 3, 2, 1, go! This crazy art style to start us off. Cloverworks does great work with these, like, stylized parts to, like, represent different anime. Oh my god. Yeah, I love these bits of animation. Cloverworks is basically becoming known for these, like, style changes. With this and Bocchi the Rock, it's... We love a group of broke bitches. That's why Cowboy Bebop's so good. Super dangerous. Oh my god. Okay, I was like, wow, that was super dangerous. Well, this is why they're broke. New intro time. She is looking. We're getting a look at what we might be in for. She likes the dark-haired characters. This entire show is literally just me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic. God, Cloverworks. They do such a good job with this one. Yeah, I mean, like, the second I saw her, it's like, oh, Marin wants to cosplay this character. Uh-huh. She's super into it. I just realized this reaction series is just gonna be me smiling the entire time. Is there a person out there who doesn't like bunny girls? Show me that. And I will... Oh my god. Why is this scary? The absolute quality of animation that they create for this show is so interesting to me. It's like so unnecessary, but so necessary. Oh, yeah, you understand. Suddenly, like, really get it. Actually get it a little less. He's getting used to it. He's getting better at it. Yeah, not like that time. Oh, it looks like a casino kind of set. No, you're not allowed. You have to eat. Attention. Give a man a heart attack like that. But she wanted to know if you were gonna do it or not. It was a win-win situation. Yo. Oh, is that what we're... Just feed her. It'll relax her. What's she thinking? Oh, I wonder what she's thinking about there. Like, I don't get it, or I kind of get it. Well, all the hearts. Everyone's like, did she just audibly tehe? Yeah, what else? Literally didn't hear anything. Can't blame a girl for getting her hopes up. The material is wrong. Yeah, can't wear that. But that would compromise the realism. We gotta do some researches on bunny girl outfits. Yeah. It's just like that. That sounds like trickery. Oh my gosh. She's using demon moves. You? No, not me. You wouldn't deny a boy his dream. Yeah, times have changed. What an open-minded man. It's not for me. But good on you, you know. I bet you would. What a helpful old man. Kind of wanted them to be able to. Well, you have to learn somehow. Making mistakes is a fine way of doing it. Your hubris! Listen, what was I saying about mistakes? That's what I'm saying. Listen, I am 10 years older than these people. Very good. I'm sure it'll be fine. But... Right. Yeah, that would happen. We will need a solution to this. Oh, there's no other solution. We have to go commando. I'm sure that there's some situation that could be... Whoa. This is a studio, huh? Very cool. I love the glasses that she has. So bouncy. Yeah. Oh yeah? Well, let's see the solution. Okay, that is very high cut. See Gojo's face right now. What? The mystery. Okay, I thought it looked like she was wearing something like that.
Wakana
He had no idea these wonders existed. It looks too good. Well, It's almost like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. The ultimate question is how aware Marin is during these times. She gets really into it. Look at swipe it back. Ooh. Oh man. What the fuck? Is we suddenly 3D? Wow, look at them. Yeah, Halloween is a big thing in Shibuya's. We have some new male characters. Meanwhile, Gojo is in. It's probably not done karaoke much. He would have looked good at that as that character. You look great too, bud. I mean, the group seems pretty... They seem fine. They're having fun. They didn't want you here. I think you know. But I get it.
北川がコスプレの時、五条が化粧してんの。なんで化粧できんの？男なのに。
Well.
普通できなくね？
Yeah, the trauma.
男でもできるよ。うちの兄ちゃんできるの知ってんだろ。美容師の専門行ってんだけど、授業で化粧とかネイルアートもやってる。できる人はできるだけだよ。
There you go. It's perfectly normal.
おひなさまのメイクの練習してるからできるんだよね。
北川さん。もしかして五条に岩付き作ってる人マジ上手。
This is so cute.
なんで誰も気持ち悪いって言わないんだろう。
That's behind you.
のんちゃんにしか気持ち悪いって言われてないような。
I mean, just one incident and it's... Good question! I'm sorry, this next episode is titled You Can Acquit Boobs. Can you? There's some people in this world who would like to know. Alright everyone, that was My Dress Up Darling Season 2 Episode 1. I mean, we're so fucking back, dude. I love this show. It's such a good vibe. Huh, man. I watch a lot of, like, shows that are pretty serious on this channel. I love to watch a show that's less serious, that's more just, like, a good vibe. I think, like, the closest thing to this that I've watched previously was Spy Family. Guys, check out those reactions if you want to see more kind of, like, rom-com-y stuff. My Dress Up Darling Season 1. I really love that show, and I'm fully remembering why just based on this episode. And can I just say, the production on this show. Maybe it was like this a lot in Season 1, and I just don't remember. And maybe it's just because it's the first episode, so they're all like, let's bring it hard. But, like, holy shit, this show looks good. A lot of it is because Cloverworks, from what I understand, does a lot of this of, like, of doing, like, previs in 3D and CG environments. It's how they're able to do, like, these kind of angles a lot, and then they will animate over top of the CG and scenes that they make. I think it's how they're able to get, like, a lot of the angles in the anatomy so accurate, because they can do that sometimes. Some animators just raw dog it, I guess, but I think there are a lot of times when they do that. They did that in Bocchi the Rock for all the performance scenes, from what I could tell. Depending on who you are, you kind of don't like that style, but I really love how the animation of this show is. It's so good for a show that, like, doesn't really have a lot of action. That's usually when the animation stands out. But the character animation in this show is spot on. So, I don't know, I'm just blown away by the first episode being so good. I had to hold myself back during the episode being all like, wow, the show looks good. but damn, it looks good. Everything's just so cute. Everything's so cute. Like I said, I'm 25 at this point. I'm 10 years older than these characters, but I am like a lot of people as they get older and watch anime will like look at like this school kind of slice of lifey shows and be like, I'm too mature for that. Me, it makes me. I'm starting to get to the. I sound old saying this. I'm starting to get to the point where the high school anime are making me feel nostalgic. It feels like such like a simpler time in life when the emotions are big for situations that don't feel as big like to me. So it's kind of low stakes, but in a way that I find really enjoyable. The characters act like it's the highest stakes that they've ever experienced, and I'm like, you don't know, but it's why it's so fun. And My Dress Up Darling is such a good example of this. We got into it towards the end with Gojo having this hang up of not wanting to tell anyone what he does, of being like ashamed of his talents, because he had that one girl who called him creepy, but now he's all like, actually, is that the only person who ever did that? Have I ever actually like confirmed with other people whether it's creepy or not? That like social anxiety is extremely relatable. I feel like during high school I was all like, I love Pokemon and I love video games and anime, and that was something that I was like a little bit like reluctant to talk about with people, because like even though it was like an extreme passion of mine, I was all like, people will think that I'm weird for this. And I think I was right for the most part. A lot of people were all like, oh, well, you're like too into these shows that are for kids or are just porn. It's like there were two options with anime. I feel like it's either porn or for kids, and I'm like, can't there be an in between? But if it has felt like since over the years anime has gotten like just much more mainstream, and a lot of people I think people wouldn't find it weird that you watch it. Definitely nowadays I can just be like, I love anime, I watch anime, and people are like, yeah, that's cool. So I've grown past that, but like I can definitely relate to that time being in high school, being kind of ashamed of your hobbies, or at least not ashamed, but like not willing to tell people out of fear of how they might react. But everyone in this show is incredibly wholesome. And it's something that I really like shows that can do that, in which all the characters are just kind of like nice to each other. You can like feel like safe around all the characters. You know, we got a bit more of like Marin's friend group in this, which we hadn't really seen too much of before. But Gojo actually kind of like interacting with them. We got to see that like, while some of them may seem a bit scary, none of them actually are. They're all like Gyaru type people. Gyaru is from this idea of being like anti-establishment a bit. Like going against the grain of what is the normal kind of, I mean, the fashion is against normal beauty standards, even though, let's be real, it's been watered down by the time the Gyaru of this show. Like, yeah, like the piercings and the dyed hair is still pretty against the grain, but it's much more common in Japan than like when Gyaru, like the advent of it. Don't get me into the history of Gyaru. I'll rant about it. Let's just say it's been heavily like normalized and commercialized, and now there's like businesses built around serving it instead of when it came out and it was all about like, oh, I'm gonna make my skin tan and dark. That was like so against the beauty standard of Japan, because like, I mean, makeup in old Japan, it would be like white painted faces. So to be like, no, I'm actively choosing to be like light colored hair, dark makeup, heavy makeup. It was a big deal in the 90s. And nowadays it's pretty normal. But that kind of like anti-establishment feeling makes sense that this group of people would be more like accepting of alternative lifestyles. So I'm like, Gojo, you probably didn't have anything to worry about. But they are very extroverted, or at least some of them are extroverted quite a bit, which, as an introvert, can be a bit exhausting, but sometimes very, like, it can bring you out of your shell quite a bit. Anyway, I just love things where everyone's nice. This is how I think about, is this gonna seem too high praises? It reminds me of, like, some Ghibli films. There are some Ghibli films. Specifically, one of my favorite Ghibli films is Whisper of the Heart. Because that film doesn't have a villain, and every character is, besides, like, I guess her older sister who's a bit strict, but every character is just kind of wholesome, including the adults. In a lot of shows in which the main characters are, like, young, like 15, like Persona, for example, it's all about, like, oh, the adults are the things holding us back, and they're the problem. I love a show like this, and we got a good example of that Taylor kind of character, who is just, like, a very wholesome adult. He went through an entire journey of, like, oh yes, in this day and age, gender and age doesn't matter. You can be whatever you want to be, and that's beautiful. And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. So, like, even the adults in this show, and a lot of times also in teen shows, there will be another teenager who's kind of an antagonist, but we haven't found that yet. Everyone's just there to help each other out. Anyway, now we have to review the first cosplay of the season, this bunny girl outfit, in which we went very into detail about how to make it work. I love that it goes so much into detail about, like, the actual tailoring of it. So, bunny girl outfit. I don't know what else to say. Approval. It looked good. I didn't know how those really worked, but it makes sense that there's, like, it's more corset-y if you actually want to make it work without the straps. Most of the time, I feel like I just see the straps. Not authentic. Love that Marin was a little bit upset, like, I can't have a wardrobe malfunction in this. Then what's the point of being like the character that has the wardrobe malfunctions if I can't do it? But let's just say, you would have killed Gojo. You would have killed the man. You almost killed him with the tights. I was about to be like, you almost killed him with the tights and the butt. You know, the butt. The deadly weapon. Just play a fighting game. In every fighting game, there's at least one character who just, like, flings their ass at you, and it's a weapon of mass destruction. Peach in Super Smash Bros. Bridget, and, like, it's so funny, Bridget in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is a series in which people contain within them, like, the power of nuclear warheads at will. And Bridget's just like, I use my ass. And I'm like, hell yeah. Ass, yo-yo, stuffed animal. But, our friend now asked a very important question at the end of that episode. So are you guys fucking? You guys dating, or are you gonna kiss? This is a very important question. I'm sure Marin would like the answer to be yes, but is Gojo ready to accept? We know as the audience, at any time, one of them could pop the question, do you want to go out? And the answer would be 100% yes. So I'm glad someone's raising the issue. Someone has to do it. So yeah, we'll see if that progresses anything next episode. If we get an answer, or we start pursuing this answer. I would also, I mean, let's be real here. Romance anime can take a long time for the characters to get to the point in which they're all like, yeah, God, I need another season of After School Insomniac Club. But this show has felt alternative kind of to a lot of, like, it's subverted, I feel a lot of romance tropes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do start dating sometime before the actual end of the series. Which, the manga did end, right? I hear that the ending was kind of brought on by health issues that the author had, which is really unfortunate that keeps happening. It means we have an endpoint. I don't know if the ending was good or not, or if it hasn't come out yet, if it will be good or not, but I'm excited for another season of cosplay and teasing and wholesomeness. And if you guys are there for it with me, and you know I love wholesomeness on this channel, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single My Dress Up Darling episode going forward. Feel free to leave a comment. Usually, I don't think it'll apply too much for this show, but I have the policy of no spoilers because I like to interact with you guys, and if you guys spoil things, I won't be able to interact with you. But let me know how excited you are for this season. And with all that being said, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Until next time, take it easy, everyone.